So if we're not going to be driven by egoistic pleasure, what are we going to be developed by? A greater, deeper, more expansive pleasure that's not just locked into the idea of self. Well, what is that self? Is it people and the things that they do? The thing that's actually being evolved is the desire of the person and the direction that that desire is going to go. Because that's where our feelings are. That's where our pleasures are felt. They're felt in our needs. But the emptiness that we feel comes from the fact that we're trying to fill a very limited vessel. So if we're going to be able to live on the global level, which we're being sort of pushed to do day by day, how do we adjust to this? Where do we now look for pleasure? We look in that global vessel. We look in that collective vessel. And that's done by changing the arrow of our desire to be pointed to the whole system. Because that pleasure that is going to be available to us there, that's waiting for us, is not a limited pleasure. That's the whole point of us going through this transition. It's to find life on a greater scale, and not just to be some kind of cog in a machine, but to live this new reality with pleasure and fulfillment that is greater than the one that we felt in our limited desire. It's just that it seems counterintuitive to us to think that we can actually feel pleasure in others. But this is exactly what the law of nature is telling us, because the law of nature itself is like that. It supplies everything to us and gives pleasure to us and experiences, so to speak, its life through us. I'm anthropomorphizing. It's a law. But that's what it's asking us to do. It's saying live on this scale and on this level of fulfillment by looking for one's own fulfillment, by experiencing the pleasure of others, and by giving it to them. Let's look at clip number 3.
In a social system, an individual's success is motivated and measured by the society. The individual is constantly working to fulfill the goals of society. Being unaware of this dynamic, the individual attributes the accomplishments to oneself. This egoistic perception isolates individuals from each other, making them unaware of how they affect the whole system. At the global level, this creates crises at every strata of life, threatening the very survival of the whole. These crises help form a new perception in which the individual considers the success of the society equal in importance to his own. This change in perception provides the correct motivation for all individuals and the survival and prosperity of the whole. This is the law of success.
In reality, who has time to change?